What's up, guys, and welcome back to Things Garage. Today's video, we're going to be adjusting the valves on the Honda Recon. Let's get right into it. I am still waiting on brake parts for this thing, so that's unfortunate. But while I'm waiting, I figured why not adjust the valves? My garage is an absolute mess right now too. I have too many things going at once, so I want to try to knock out a couple things. First things first, this thing definitely sounds like it's got some ticking up top, so I want to try to adjust these valves. Let's see if this starts, and maybe you can hear it. Not sure if you can hear it, but it is ticking pretty loud, and who knows when the valves have been adjusted on this thing. So that's what we're going to be doing today. In order to adjust the valves, we are going to have access to them, which means I have to take off all the plastics again, well, at least some of them. These two side pieces, just some clips and a 10mm bolt. Both sides, actually. It should be about the same. This top fuel tank piece, the fuel tank will have to come out, and then the cover. So let me get that pulled off real quick, and then hopefully we'll have access. So to take the fuel tank off, it was easy. It's just two 10mm bolts up there and some elastic bands that hold it to the frame. And once those are off, plus an absolute crap ton of these little things, there is a bracket right here that sits just like this that you have to take off. Two bolts, 12mm, in order to get this plastic guard out. And now we have access to the two valves, the intake and the exhaust. So let's pop these things off here. Don't know what size they are yet. We have to make sure we're at top dead center on the combustion stroke, and then we can check the valves. We have to get this timing little hole thing out of here to get it to top dead center. Fortunately, I was gonna try to find my air compressor little blower thing to blow off all the dirt up here before I pull this off, but I can't find it. So I'm gonna keep looking after I get this off of here. I don't know what size this Allen is. I think it's an Allen. Anyway, I have a Torx here. It's a T40. It might actually just be this, a T40. So we're gonna try to, oh my goodness. That was extremely difficult. I don't know if that's ever been off of there. Got that off. Now we should be able to look in here, and what I'll do is use this pull start here, and I should be able to at least try and get to the top, but I won't be able to do that until I have the spark plug off so that I can find the compression stroke. Gonna be really hard to see, but there is a T. I don't know if you'll be able to see in there actually. There's a T right there. I'm at top dead center, or as close to it as I can get. What I did was I stuck a screwdriver in the plug hole and just kind of worked the pull start until I got to here. It took me a lot longer than I thought because it just kept turning over too fast and I couldn't find the top dead center mark. So now my neighbor is actually going to grab me an air compressor little blower because I cannot find mine. And I'm going to blow off all the dust up here and open these valve cover caps. Just these valves. I need to look up to what the valve lash is supposed to be. I cannot remember. This is a 17mm, so I'm just going to try to crack this off of here. If it's like that thing on the bottom, it's going to be pretty tough. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a lot harder than I want it to be. See the exhaust, see how it goes. I might try without this extension. It is very tight. Oh my gosh. All right, I cannot get this thing loose, so I got me a little cheater wrench here. So I'm gonna put this on here and see if we can get this thing to turn. Oh my gosh. All right, well there's the intake. Intake is supposed to be 0.005 and the exhaust is supposed to be intake is 0.004 and exhaust is 0.005. Don't lose your O-ring there. That thing's pretty flat. I doubt these have ever been off since this, ever probably. They've probably never been adjusted. I'm gonna try to do the same thing with the little cheater bar wrench thing on this side. Hopefully we can crack this one off as well. Oh my gosh. That is insane how hard that is to do. So now we have access to our exhaust side. In order to tell that you're at top dead center on the compress and stroke, you should have air pushing out of the spark plug hole and your rockers should be loose. Now we can technically adjust them or check that they're in spec. Like I said, our intake should be, I believe, 0.004. So it should, I mean, that's actually not that bad. It could be a little tighter. And then our exhaust should be 0.005. That's actually not that bad either. These may have to be bent a little bit in order to get in there. This one's kind of a pain, but it actually doesn't seem that bad. It could probably be a little tighter, and this one could too, and so I'm probably just going to try to tighten them up a little bit. In order to do that, looks like this is probably a 10, and this is like a tiny little square right there that we're going to have to try and hold. So we need to loosen this top nut with a 10mm wrench and then somehow hold that square from moving, and that's how you adjust the valve up and down. I was able to loosen this, and you can see that top piece is spinning, so we want to slide this 4 under here. Okay, there we go. It's under, and now I'm tightening this thing up just by hand right now because I can. But I do have a little adjustable wrench here that I should be able to twist it. Right there is where I want. So now this is going to be the pain part. I'm going to try to hold this little square, and I can't let it move while I try to tighten. I can spin it some by hand, and then I'll have to kind of try and spin it like this. Kind of all these cords here really make this awful. Like that. Okay, it's tight, so now we should be able to check again and make sure we're... Now it might have gotten too tight, because now I can't fit this under there. Yeah, I think we got it too tight. And sometimes when you cinch that wrench down, it turns this just a touch, and it's really hard. You don't have the correct tool to hold this little square. So I have to loosen it again, and then I'm gonna retighten it and hopefully get it good, and I'll bring you guys back for that. It only took another try. I got this thing, slides in and out, has some resistance, and the valve is now tight. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the back side, the exhaust, same exact way, except it's 0.005. Hopefully I'm not mixing those up. I guess we will find out here in a second. The exhaust is good. Now I think we should be able to, I'll put the little caps on. There probably should be enough fuel in here to start it, and let's see if this thing knocks. I'm hoping there's enough fuel left in this thing to at least let it idle for a minute and see if it sounds any quieter. So it should hopefully start up. I got the spark plug hooked back up, the cover's back on, and that little piece down there back on. So let's see. I mean, right away, I think it sounds way better. It's gonna shut off in a second, and it idled up because the low fuel. But, I mean, that sounds way better, but it could be a placebo. I'll have to look at the editing and see, but to me, it sounds a lot better on here now. It definitely, these valves needed adjusted. It starts up easy still. It started up easy before. That's it. Boy, it's smoking a lot now, though. I wonder why that is. There's a lot of smoke coming from the exhaust over here. But it's crazy how long it'll run without a fuel tank on there. Just the fuel that's in the carburetor. But yeah, that sounds a lot quieter to me. I'll throw some before and after clips up here now, and maybe you'll be able to tell. But for now, I'm going to call that good. I'm going to go ahead and put these valve caps back on, put them down really tight, and then put this little adjuster thing down here, cinch it up, put all the plastics back on, put the fuel tank back on. All right, guys, that's going to be the end of this one. Hopefully that helped you figure out how to change and adjust the valves on a Honda Recon. This is a 2004, by the way. I probably have that in the title, but that's it, guys. If you like this kind of stuff, if you want to follow along, want to see me finish these brakes out, consider subscribing, like the video, share if you want to, and if you want to help support the channel a step further, consider becoming a member, 99 cents a month. Early access to videos, and yeah, that's just early access. I don't even post anything anymore in members because there are no members, except for one. Shout out to you. That's it, guys. Hope you have a good one. Bye.